Hello, everybody, and welcome to Highway of the Hidden podcast. I'm your host, Polar Bear. Tonight we have Chef on. Chef, how you doing tonight?
What's up, baby? How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. So you have some pretty interesting things that have happened to you. You said over your lifetime, man.
Man, quite a few.
Quite a few. So tell us about yourself, man. What do you do? Where you at, and stuff like that. Let's get into it.
Man, I'm a chef out of Houston, Texas. Celebrity chef out of Houston, Texas. I own Gordo Nino's. We got the famous purple sauce if they've ever seen it. I'm a Galveston boy raised, man. So, in and out of there. And came back to Houston after I moved away for a while. And here we are again. So, making it happen.
Yeah, back home. Back home. Missed it, huh?
Oh, man, it's home. It's love.
It is. It is. It's very hard. Everybody says, "Man, I'm gonna get away," but you always come back. I said the
You
same
gotta
thing.
come back. You gotta come. It's something in the air, man. I think it's either pollution or something, but it's
It's
something on
something.
its own.
I think it's the plants that are around us, man. It calls you back. You
Yeah.
just can't leave it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's home.
It is definitely. So let's get into like your first. So what's one of your more scary encounters? Let's start with the scariest ones first.
Scariest one, man. They're all different. The most recent one, I was at my house, I'm hanging out. It was just me there, watching a little movie. Yeah, I just had this weird over feeling. For a couple months there, I just had this weird feeling in my house. I don't know if it was a spirit or something in there that got in somehow. I deal with a whole bunch of different people that latch to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting in the house, man, quiet as fuck. Air conditioning's off because it's cool outside. And mind you, I live on 3 acres, so my neighbors are far out. And I'm sitting there, and I felt like some wind by my neck. I got chills, and my hair stood up. And I'm like, what is that? I looked behind me. I felt like something was there. And obviously, nothing there. It's just me and the dog. Yeah, my son wasn't at home at the time. A couple minutes go by, and I felt it again. So I put a blanket over my head. So the movie was great. So I'm into this damn movie. I was like, fuck, I'm going to watch this movie. It happened again. The blanket's over my head, watching this movie, and I feel a wind in my ear go, like clear as day, hey. But with the same breath, you can feel it go, hey. And it came, dude, I jumped up, grabbed my pistol, looked around, nobody was there, turned off the movie and went straight to bed. I'm not fucking with this today, man. But
Yeah.
this was about 3-4 months ago, dude. It was the weirdest thing, brother.
Yeah, that is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
The ghostly voices, I think, are the worst kind. I think than actually seeing them, because it's like you don't know where it came from, but
You don't.
it'll just be right here, and you're looking on both shoulders, like, and like you said, at that point, you just, man, I don't feel like I'm just going to bed. Like,
Yeah, bro, it's intense.
yeah, I've had something like that, similar with the ghost voice, and it's just like you said, you're just like, yeah. Like the other day, sitting in my living room, and I was playing UFC 5. I got the new one,
Nice.
and I was taking a drink of something, and I had this bag up on my couch, and I seen somebody walk by, and
Oh shit.
I'm looking, and I'm like, at first I thought it was my son,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hmm, okay. All right, yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, just ignore it.
You gotta
Okay,
ignore it, man. If you don't, this become harder.
yeah, especially with doing the paranormal podcast and all that, it definitely comes with the territory,
Oh,
because you don't know who you interview, you don't know what kind of energies you're attracting and stuff. But I try to keep it
right.
positives. But yeah, so man, that's a good one. So what else? What's some of like your furthest back, like some of your first encounters?
Man, I was probably about 5 years old.
Mhm.
We lived in Texas City at the time, his older house. And I vaguely remember this. It was to the point where my mom had to tell me the rest of the story. We had this house, small 2-bedroom house, Texas City growing up. Like I said, I was about 4 or 5 years old. This is the early 90s. And dude, all I remember, I thought it was a dream, but this bright light came into my room.
Mm.
My whole life I've had spiritual experiences, whether some are evil, some are good. This, I think, being one of the good ones, but it woke me up. My whole room turned bright. And I thought it was this crazy dream. And then I freaked out and I ran in the kitchen and went under the cupboard, under the sink cupboard. And my mom said she came, she grabbed me, she asked what happened. I said, I don't know, this bright light. And my mom was religious. I was super religious. So she was like, tell me, she was probably a guardian angel or something crazy. For me, as a 5-year-old kid, that's when I remember it starting and seeing little stuff like that throughout my whole life. Like I said, whether good or bad. So I think that one was a good one because I didn't feel like an overwhelming like terror,
Mm.
but I was a kid where it freaked me out enough till I had to run. So
Yeah,
that's probably one of the earliest.
yeah, that's usually, man, that's I think like one of the main things is you never know if it is good or bad. But I feel like you could tell, like you have that feeling. I think if you feel the sense of dread and heaviness, it's gonna be like a bad spirit and stuff. They say that
Yeah.
that restaurant in Corpus is supposed to be pretty haunted, and they say that one's like a bad spirit. I forget what it's. what's it called? The
Is it the
somewhat.
Whataburger down there? That
Not the
place
one
is
on
scary at nighttime. Go Whataburger at nighttime over there.
the one on Lefford. No, I think it's the something with the pirates. But yeah, they say it's pretty haunted. I seen it on YouTube, and then I actually went there, and it's a
Oh
pretty
shit,
yeah, it's
that's
a pretty
cool.
eerie place. Yeah,
Man,
but yeah, I know I've said that twice, but
personally, man, I want to go to the Galvez in Galveston and stay in that room. Was it 258 or something crazy?
I said that one's pretty bad. I think I had a guy on that had an encounter from the Galvez.
Oh snap.
Yeah, I think I just posted it. Dylan, I think he was from the Galvez.
Okay, yeah, that stuff's crazy, bro.
Yeah, his was pretty, but his second encounter was even like his. That one was had to do with some black magic, and
Gee, well, that's the worst one, bro.
yeah, his was that one was like, whew, yeah, that one
You
that
can
threw
feel it,
me.
man. Like that black magic. I go to New Orleans every month. I go with my buddy down there, and yeah, the outdoor markets and the French market and stuff. And there's those African vendors, dude. They sell like African like novelty products, real products, voodoo products. When you're around these little statues and shit, dude, you get that weird energy. Like these should not be for sale. These are real traditional items, and they'll tell you too. They're like, "Oh, this one really came from so and so, or this is from a medicine doctor and all this." And you're like, "Wow, really? I get
Yeah,
that for $20?" You know?
I think if you're gonna mess something like that, you need to know what you're gonna. Don't just go head first into it. Like you need to
Yeah,
know what you're playing with. And I think a lot of people, man, they'll just buy stuff because they think it looks cool, or they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't believe in that," and then boom, their houses ends up like on a poltergeist or something.
But don't touch that stuff.
No, man, I've heard too many horror stories. But yeah, man, let's keep going. So get us some more stories, man. Tell us some more.
That was probably the earliest one. Flashback a few years. Maybe I was like, man, 12 or 13. Like I said, my mom's religious. One night we were at her house and I was hanging out with her in her room, and I started seeing these fucking shadows on the wall, like creepy shadows, dude. Definitely demonic ass shadows. Like I said, my whole life I've always experienced good or bad evil. But this one was definitely an evil experience. I'm in the room with my mom, we're jamming music, nothing too major. And there's all these fucking demons, dude. And then on the wall, she can't see them, but me as a kid, I can. And dude, it's just, they're pointy figures. The eyes are like hollow. These straight statues, dude. Like shadows, not statues, but shadows, and they're just moving around. It was a crazy. I didn't hear nothing, but you could just see it. And at that time, I was still innocent at the time, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I was 10 or 11. Maybe I was 10 or 11, honestly. But through that experience, and my mom was praying. She was praying, and you could start seeing them just laugh more and more. I'm sitting there telling her all this, and this is not, this is good, this is
Yeah.
crazy. She was like, but it's real shit. And for people to say it's not, they don't have that awakening that people like you and I have, where we can actually see these presents and feel these.
Yeah.
And so it's just, man, yeah. So that was a pretty spooky experience. Eventually, they all just went away.
So you've actually seen like some pretty evil spirits and
Yeah, dude. Like I've
dealt
seen
with
some
them.
shit like that. That was the most prominent one. That's why when I started, yeah, I was like, I always started looking into it more. Like, why do you see these things? And especially, like I said, if you have a higher awakening, because it's there. Some people have it, or they don't, and
Yeah.
all that stuff's real, man.
Oh yeah. I definitely believe so. That's why I started this whole thing to get people's more encounters because I was like, man, I can't be the only one out there.
Yeah, you're right, man. Appreciate you having me on too, bro.
Oh, dude, no problem, no problem. I'm glad you reached out. That's
Yeah,
the
man.
hardest thing is getting people to come on. A lot of people don't want to take that step. I've had people message me. They're like, man, I want to say it, but nah, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, man, I'll read your stories if you don't want to tell it.
Yeah, exactly. And blogging that shit is cool as hell, man.
Yeah. And
There's what is that place? You ever seen that place in Florida called what's it called, Casadega?
mm-mm.
So there's this place in Florida outside of Orlando called Casadega. When you get off, look into it, man. It's a medium town. And
Okay.
so all the famous mediums go to this town, and that's where they do school at. They have a school there for mediums. There's like a
Really?
whole village. You can stay at hotels there. There's a spirit lake where like you can literally go out there and watch fucking spirits glide across. Like it's a very like strong area. I went there when I was about 15, went there, and this medium talked to me. She said, give me something you hold every day. Gave her a phone, and she literally told my life story without me saying a fucking word. But I thought it was all a joke and shit. We went, we tried, and man, that stuff right there, like, she was really onto it. She knew, yeah, I was 15. She knew the girl, like, what she described the girl I was dating at the time. She described, like, what kind of sports I was in at the time. Described previous life experiences from, like, parents that have told me stories that she felt that was, like, latched on to me.
Hmm.
Hey, it's pretty strong stuff, man. But look it up. Castle Vegas is a really neat place. If you ever get a chance to go, I would highly recommend it.
Is it Casadega?
Yeah, Casadega. It's outside of Orlando, Florida.
Okay. Of course.
Well, you look it up, man. Like you'll see a lot of like mediums and palm readers and stuff that have they're notarized that have actually been there
And there's a school there. That's pretty cool. I didn't know there was like a school for to
in Florida of all
hone.
places.
Right, yeah, Florida had to be Florida to hone you in on your skills if you don't really know what you're doing, or you just waking up to it and needs to. Because I'm sure if you just wake up with that gift one day and you're like, why am I seeing all this? And you, I guess if you're looking for answers, it'll
Yeah, yeah,
present
that's the
itself to
spot.
you.
That's definitely a
That's
spot.
that's very interesting.
Uh,
If you had any, I know you work, you're a famous chef and stuff. Have you ran into any not like famous ghosts, but any celebrities that had like ghost stories with them or anything like that?
thinking back, man, the old spaghetti warehouse in Houston. I've done caterings there. Had really weird feelings. That place is haunted as hell. Now I think it's
Yeah.
McIntyre's or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy spot. People I've talked with though, I haven't, man. I'm actually gonna ask people that question.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of different people. I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna tell them what they come up with. Tell you what they come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just I find it interesting. Like I went to the place in Spring. I forget what it's called. It's right by the railroad. I can't think of the name,
Oh, like
but
Old
I'm
Town Spring, like the little smaller. Yeah, but it's
yeah,
cool, man. That place, that's actually really haunted over there. The old jailhouse is a tattoo studio now.
yeah,
Like across from the Masonic Lodge and that tree is crazy.
yeah. And there's a
Yeah.
restaurant right there, and it was a hotel. And I was sitting there, and I asked them, and they were telling us a story. And I asked the guy, I said, "Was it haunted?" And he said, "Oh yeah, definitely."
Oh
And
yeah.
I didn't have my equipment at the time. I usually always carry it with me because you never know.
No, you
And
never.
he was like, our manager has tons of stories, and I was like, man, I didn't have my recording equipment. I wish I would have because I could have sat her because she was there and they weren't that busy, and I could have got some stories from her just to hear about from people running upstairs to door slamming and just things like that.
That's the crazy stuff, man.
Have you ever had anything like that happen, like door slams?
Oh yeah, door slams, shit flying off. We call this thing at the restaurant. We call it the abuelita. We're a Mexican restaurant.
Mhm.
Abuelita is Spanish. Yeah,
Yeah.
for grandmother. So every week, man, something crazy, something weird will just fly off the shelf, or something just we put it down, it'll be moved in a different spot. It's just we just call her the abuelita. It is what it is. We're not scared of it. It's
Yeah.
kind of
It's one of those things you're used to. You're just kind of comfortable with it.
yeah. You'll be in the other side of the kitchen, man, the front area, and then in the back you see some shit drop. You're like, oh, okay, abuelita. We all just laugh about it, chalk it to the game.
No point getting freaked out about it.
It is what it is at this point. She's home now, so
Yeah. You're not gonna get rid of her. You're not gonna
nah.
kick her out. Yeah.
You can't. You can't. You just gotta ignore it and just go on with your life. For anybody that does have those instances, they just gotta learn how to water on the bridge, let it go.
That's all you can do. You just learn to
Mhm.
ignore it and move on. You can't really, I guess you could try to go to war with it, but you're not going to win.
Yeah. My mom had this crazy story, dude. She told me, and she was in her 20s. She just moved down to Texas. She's from Michigan with my older brother at the time. He was, I think, 3 or 4. And she lived in this house. It was up in the Galleria area. And she always had this eerie feeling there. And her prime example, they'd be in the living room, she said, and her friend would be come home drunk, her roommate come home drunk, and would bring every time they brought a guy over, shit would just fly off the shelves, ashtrays would get picked up and thrown across the living room. Like real crazy, like very terrible experience, she was telling me. And she just moved there. This is her first home when she moved to Texas. And there was always stuff going on when they brought guys over. And one night, my mom said that in my brother's room there was this crawl space in his closet that went to wherever, and it was all boarded off and stuff. You know, the door was like sealed shut, but it was like a little small, tiny door, a little crawl space door, like a little hobbit door. And she said one night she woke up, my brother was in the room, and she went in there. She had a feeling he was still on the edge of the bed, and she's like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Oh, I'm talking to my friend. I forget what the name was." He's like, "I'm talking to my friend." And she's like, "There's nobody here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's when she knew that my brother could see this at the time. She saw the stuff flying. She was see things moved and things ripped. And then she finally encountered with my brother, like talking to this thing, whatever the hell it was. A couple weeks go by and she hears my brother scream. And she rushes in there at nighttime. She rushes in there in the closet and the door is unsealed and open. And my brother said, my friend wants me to go in there. Like fucking crazy, dude. I got chills talking about it.
Yeah. You just
Like
gave me goosebumps on that one.
dude, and she like grabbed them and she said they left and she got out of there within a week. But she never found out what was in there. She never went and looked in the attic. She just shut off that room, you know what I mean? And she burned off.
Yeah.
And to this day, she says, I still don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened.
Right.
I don't know what was there. Some terrifying
That's
stuff, dude.
yeah, they gave me the chills for real. I wonder what, man, I wonder what's in there, especially the Galleria area. I know it's like a real fancy area, so
It is.
I wonder what could have went wrong there.
I don't know, man. It's just little experiences like that people share and they feel and they see. But she said it was terrifying. Sorry, I got chickens out here.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking shit to each other, talking shit to me.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's what really makes it very interesting.
Yeah, it does,
Man,
bro.
that's crazy.
Yeah. What's like the scariest one you've had?
My scariest one was when I was 18. It was me and my brother, and we were at my grandma's house. And my cousin had got some stuff from a lady who passed away. And I'm real against getting stuff from people who passed away because of this. And
Yeah.
my aunt had came in and told her, hey, you need to get this stuff out of the house. Right. And my cousin was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. My aunt was like, no, you need to get rid of it like now because the lady died like real horrifically or whatever. And she didn't listen. So my cousin left. She went to a party, and it was me and my brother, and we were chilling, and we weren't drinking or nothing. And he went outside to talk on the phone, and I was sitting on the couch. And so the couch is facing the front door, and to the right was the TV, and to directly to my right was the hallway. And I'm watching TV, and I see something walk out of the corner of my eye. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, did I really just see that? Or is it the
Shit.
glare from the TV? I see it turned around and came back. So I bolt out, right? I'm out.
Oh,
He's laughing, he's joking. He's, ah, ha, ha, ha. And then so I go to the refrigerator, and he decides he hides around and he scares me, right? He's sitting there and he's watching TV, and I'm fast forwarding through it. But so I'm back on the couch, and he's in the chair facing the TV. He's closer to the hallway. I'm back on the couch, and he's watching TV. And out of nowhere, he goes, fuck this. And he gets up and he runs straight for the front door. And I'm like, what the fuck?
woo.
And I look, and there's a woman, and she's reaching around the corner, dude. Yeah, she's reaching for him. And I'm like, oh, fuck no. So I'm behind it. Dude, we sat out from 11 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock that morning outside. Just
Yeah.
it would not go inside at
Hell
all.
no.
Next day we get up or we go inside. I tell my grandma, I didn't have a car at the time, and neither did he. We both call our other grandmas and we haul ass out of there, right? And
Dude.
that day, some things had been happening, like some weird shit in the bathroom. Shampoo kept falling, and I'd go in and pick it up. Like 3 times it fell in a row. I'd go pick it up, boom, go pick it up, boom, go pick it up, right? Never put that two and two together. And then my aunt comes, I'd say 2 months later, we're at my aunt's house, and we're telling her the story, and she's laughing. And she goes, okay, so who we described the lady? She gets on Facebook, and she pulls the lady up that died, and she goes, was it her? And we fucking lost it right there.
She
I
stayed in the house.
Yeah, it was the fucking
That's
lesbian.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, she pulled the lady. I get chills. Yeah, she pulled the lady up. Same hair, same brown
Ugh.
eyes, short brown hair, everything.
Dude, I got chills. That's fucked up.
Yeah, so that's like my most scariest encounter
Uh,
right there. That
the
right
crazy
there.
part, she didn't even leave the house. You
No.
gotta stage that shit. I don't know. I don't know if it works,
Yeah.
but you gotta stage that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but after that, yeah, my grandma ended up moving or going back, or she moved to a different house, and we left all that lady's shit there, and it was never said it, really seen or heard from again. Yeah, that was my most,
That's heavy.
yeah. So that's
And you
what
can
kind of,
picture that. You can still picture that to this day. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, to this day, I can still see that lady walking across that hallway, bro. I still get chills. Like, I can't, like, doors have to be shut in my house. Like,
Yeah.
I won't sleep with closet doors open, bedroom doors open, anything like that. I'm like, no, they
Yeah.
gotta be
Hell
shut,
no.
bro.
Hell no. Same.
Like, I'm still the type of person, like, when I open a room to a door, like, I put my hand in first and then flip the light. I'm not just walking up in a
Yes.
room, you
Dude,
know?
you and me are the same on that aspect. I'll read in there fly.
Yeah,
I don't
I got,
trust it, bro.
no, I got to give shit time to run past me, whatever. I'll handle a person in the house before it goes.
Yeah, any day. Any day.
And I've
Dude, there's
always
that
go,
thing. There's that thing that people say, like, whenever you like see a spirit and you actually like lock eyes, the piece of them is always with you. Have
yeah,
you ever heard that? Like that shit's so crazy.
I have heard that like it stays like a part of it stays in your soul or something like burns into you or
Yeah,
some
some
shit.
weird shit, dude.
And it
Insane.
follows you. Yeah. Luckily that she didn't lock eyes with me, but man, I just remember,
Whew.
yeah, seeing the hair was the excuse me, the way the hair moved was just I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Just
that's too much.
yeah, it was intense. But after that, man, it just started this whole. And then I had a haunted room and a haunted barracks room in the army.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a little dude that was into some weird stuff, and the barracks room was haunted. And then progressed from there. People would want to go stay in the room because it was haunted, and it was like, I don't know. Yeah,
Nah,
they
they're
would
playing with magic right there. I'm good.
they would they would bet who could stay the longest in it. I think one dude lasted, man, I want to say like 3 in the morning, and then he had to dip. Yeah, I
That's
couldn't do it.
that's that time too. That paranormal time, like 2, 3 in the morning.
They say it's the yeah, was it the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour.
3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Whee!
Especially like that's when TikTok starts putting all this creepy stuff out. I'm like, man, come on. I was just
Yeah,
watching.
I'll turn that shit off.
Yeah, I was just watching funny videos. Now y'all want to put on creepy stuff, man.
Yeah, funny videos, the cartel videos, the creepy shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's always that, man. It's never anything else on TikTok, man. It's just wild. But yeah, so do you have a real creepy encounter or just that one that you told me about the hay that just recently?
Man, that one was super creepy. That was the most recent one. I had a restaurant area in Kima, and we would catch shit on the video, like on the security cams inside the restaurant at nighttime. We see like little orbs and shit fly around,
Yeah.
like weird stuff, man. Those aren't too creepy, but I still have them on camera.
Oh,
So to me, those are crazy.
yeah, that's still pretty creepy though. Catching on camera. That's the coolest thing, man. I wouldn't say, I guess I don't know. It's how you look at it. If you think it's
Yeah.
cool. To me, it's cool if you catch it on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, no, it's dope. It's dope. Check this out, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had a lady, she sent me some pictures that she had from Gettysburg. And
That's a super paranormal area.
yeah, and it looks like fog. And I was like, hey, what's that fog? She goes, that's not fog. That's mist. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, it wasn't there. And it's only on one side of the picture. I'm going to post the pictures on Instagram and TikTok so you'll see them if
Nice.
you follow me on there. And yeah, you can see it's just on one side of the picture, but it's thick, man. It's just real thick fog on one side. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, she has tons of videos and pictures that she's sending over.
Dude, I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg.
I do too. I think I'm gonna go this summer. Let me
Yeah,
try to.
man.
Yeah, that or I want to because I got some places. There's places in Texas that you can go. Somebody was saying, was it Goatsman's Bridge?
The one in San Antonio with the railroad tracks and the kids.
Yeah, the little kids that said with the baby powder and stuff.
They will. That shit's real, bro. That
Have you
shit's
done
crazy.
it? No.
Dude, I've heard people tell me stories about, like, oh yeah, man, it's real shit. I'm like, what the fuck, really? Like,
You say you go to New Orleans a lot. New Orleans has a lot of ghosts too.
man, New Orleans is a different vibe, brother. You got the ghosts, you got the voodoo, you got the vampire people there.
The vampires, yeah, I'm doing an
What?
episode on that. Yeah,
Dude, that shit's legit, man. They got their own clubs and stuff. They drink fucking
yeah.
blood, like real blood. Like it's a my buddy, he's from out there, man. I go see all the time. Ralph the Baker. He tell me all crazy
Oh,
stories.
Ralph the Baker, yeah,
It's my dog. It's my dog. Yeah.
yeah. I follow him on TikTok.
Oh, okay, yeah. So him, man, he takes me around. That's where I go every time I go to New Orleans every month. And bro, he shows me like some crazy shit.
He shows you the real side of New Orleans, not the tourist
Yes,
side.
bro.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because I asked him, he's like, yeah, don't go down that alley, don't go down that little hall, like all this shit.
yeah. Be careful where you go. Like you can go to this. What is it? This Popeyes. Don't go to this one. Yeah, you get robbed over here. Don't go over here. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. I've always heard the stories, man, and
I always wonder why though. Like, why New Orleans of all places? Like, how did that settle there? Like, how did that? Galveston is pretty historic with ghosts and shit. All those old timey prohibition towns, maybe.
I don't know. I've always wondered that too. New Orleans. I know from the little bit that I did get into with the New Orleans, the vampires and stuff like that. I know it started in the 1600s or whenever it first became a town.
Yeah.
That's how it all. It was the major port for the French, and then just built from there.
Crazy, man.
It's Haiti. Haiti's like real crazy like that too.
Oh, he's bad, dude.
The voodoo and
That's
all that.
serious voodoo there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's real. Like
It is.
voodoo is real.
And people don't believe it though. That's the crazy. They're just so. I think they're oblivious to it, but man, that stuff's real. If you've seen something, you've seen something. There's other encounters that everybody has had that has seen stuff like that
Yeah,
throughout their life.
and that's the thing. Like with me, is the shows about paranormal cryptids and conspiracies. Like cryptids, right? Like you can't tell me all these people that have these stories about these different cryptids, they're not lying. Some of them
Yeah.
may be, but these stories came from somewhere. Yeah, you may have 10 that are fake, but you got one in there that's real, and
Always.
that's what you got to decipher, the bullshit from the real. And that's part of what's hard for me to do. My job, I gotta go through and I gotta say, okay, yeah, you were telling truth, or yeah. And some people I gotta say, I can't put you on because you're too much. And then some people are like, come on. I've had some
Yeah, yeah.
people where I gotta force it out of them.
Like aliens. I think aliens are real as hell.
Aliens are definitely different. My very first episode I posted is called Monty. You should check it out. A guy on there, he's from Dayton, and he
Okay.
talks about alien encounters in Dayton.
Oh shit. Okay.
And dude, there are so many in Dayton. Like,
Why?
I don't know. After that episode, and we got done talking, I'm gonna have him back on once our work schedules line back out. I'm gonna have him back on. But I went and researched it. There's so many alien encounters in Dayton.
Crazy.
I guess because it's not polluted by lights. I don't know. There's so many though. Little
Weird.
old Dayton, yeah, a little 2 hour place from us, man.
That ain't
Yeah,
far at all.
it is
I think
everywhere.
it's probably because I got a lot of cows there.
And yeah, according to him, it's cows and meth, and I'm like, well, that could
Maybe the
definitely be
mixture,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
The cows and meth. That
The
sounds all
methane,
right.
yeah. He talks about it. He says, yeah, man, there's aliens. And I think he said he had some encounters. His brother, it's been a while since I heard the episode, but so many, I forget how many people he knew's had encounters. And I was like, Dayton, Texas, of all places. Like, that's
Oh
wild.
shit, man! I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, definitely the lights and stuff like that. And I don't know
What
if
about
he's ever seen
the Marfa lights? Those are crazy.
the Marfa lights are definitely, yeah, and that's definitely believe out there in West Texas. If you've ever been to West Texas, there's nothing out there.
Dude, it's so desolate. Me and Ralph, we were in Uvalde in November.
Mm.
We did like a cook-off thing out there, and I was in Uvalde, and then we went to Rock Spring to my cousin's property, man. And you driving these, you like, there's drifting shit out there.
Yeah.
You know it, man. It's so dark and dim, and these old towns, like, there's shit there to be seen, you know?
There's things that you can see and be told and stuff, and that's what that man. That's why I started this, man. I like hearing all the stories and want to get out there and see more about it.
Oh, yeah, and you will too, man. You will.
Oh yeah, I want to go metal detecting and stuff and see what else I can find. See, oh, well, this is here, and stuff like that. I know it's
Yeah.
random, but
No,
yeah,
so, oh, that's
but
awesome, man.
yeah, man. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, we went everywhere today, didn't we?
I love that, man.
That's awesome though. Yeah, I like that too, man.
Yeah,
Everybody we flowed, man. We did really good. That's good.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah.
But yeah, man, you have any other encounters you want to share?
Man, nothing too crazy. Those crazier ones, family ones. I have friends. A couple of my buddies I was telling about to be on here. Yeah, one of my
Mhm.
buddies, he's super into conspiracies and all that stuff, man. So he'd be a good guy to come talk to about
Yeah,
with
tell
you,
him the
bro.
message.
Yeah, I will, dude. He's super into all that, the conspiracy side of life, and a lot of it's pretty fucking real. What he got is play on words with it. Honestly, it's enticing, bro.
Yeah, I had a guy on here that was very into conspiracies. Alejandro, he's coming back on. I'm actually probably going to call him next week and get him lined out, and then it takes me about a week or two to get the episode out. So,
Nice.
but he's coming back on. Alejandro is. So
That's
yeah,
cool, man.
yeah, I'm all in conspiracies. I usually just get on here and like you're doing, man. I just let you flow and let you go,
Yeah,
man.
freestyle it.
Yeah, I don't let you say whatever you want, man. I don't stop nobody.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like to hear it, man. I don't like being controlled. I know some podcasts are like, oh man, they want to control. Nah, no.
Yeah. No, you got free flow, man. That's how you get the real content, the real
Yeah,
shit.
I get the nitty gritty, man.
See it, dude. That's awesome, yeah. Man, that's awesome, brother. Appreciate it, dude. It's been a
Oh
great
yeah,
time, brother.
I appreciate you coming on, man. If you want to come on or whatever, come on again. Let me know. If you want to shout out your socials and all that, where people can follow you and find you, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Real Chef Machete. Find me on Google, Instagram, Chat GPT, you name it. I'm everywhere.
All right, brother. I appreciate you coming
Hey, man,
on,
come by
man.
the restaurant this week. I'm going to get you hooked up with some tacos, my friend.
Okay, I sure will, man. I'll tell
Yeah.
the old lady we'll probably come by tomorrow or something.
Yeah, we'll take a pig, post on the gram, push this video out, baby.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Chef. You have a good
My
one.
brother, you have a wonderful night, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Peace.
All right. Yes, sir. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to be on the show, shoot me an email. My email address is polarbear@gmail.com. Follow me on TikTok, polarbearhoth. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.